name is Ryan Keely, and this is the Afterglow. I am here with 3 out of 4 of my favorite roleplay mates. Actually, yeah, my 3 favorite roleplay mates. Fuck you, Flanders. That's not true. I love Flanders. I am here with Jess Parks, my lovely DM, Dana, who plays Gentry, Bitter Creek, Rose Dumont, and Cristina, Vanessa, who plays Tori.
Gentry, Rose, Bitter Creek, Dumont.
That's what I said.
Yeah, close enough.
All the words were there.
Maybe
it was a different order, but all the words were there.
It was a name salad.
Am I being dyslexic shaming?
No. Now you're not. Like, retroactively, you're not.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
I thought we supported neurodivergence on this podcast, but maybe not today. The bullies are in town.
When are we nice to each other? Except for, always.
Always.
Yeah.
I'm really mean to people on Facebook.
Yeah, actually, let's just jump right into that. How are your Facebook foibles going, Dana? Any new fights I should be aware of?
I almost got in a fight with someone today in the Ren Fair buy-sell trade group, but I held back, and I just scrolled on by.
I want to, from like a psychological standpoint, go through all of the Facebook groups you're in to see if we can unlock what that says.
This is why I asked
about you. Just I am because that's also my niche. I'm here for it. I'm fascinated by the overlap of tortoise husbandry and Ren Fair buy-sell Facebook groups.
Also the rock tumbling Facebook.
And that's my Reddit subreddit. That's a subreddit. There probably is a Facebook group, though, and it is probably filled with people that are interesting and passionate about what they like.
About rock tumbling?
Yeah.
All right, moving on. I want to just reiterate that pandas should not be considered a bear. They have proved to me once again that they are absolutely terrible. This Panda Puffs cereal tastes like ass. Yep. And pandas are bad bears. A real bear would, fight its enemy or even just, eat its children. But pandas, you know how they fight? They do handstands and they pee. They do a handstand and they pee on a tree to see who can pee the highest on the tree. And just think about doing a handstand and peeing. It's the wrong way to pee on a tree.
It is.
It is, but that's adorable.
I have so many
kind of love
questions.
That. And me too.
I think that
the Attenborough documentary, I can direct you to.
Pandas upside down peeing on a tree is the least worst thing about pandas in the same way that being a were-tiger is the least worst thing about Tori.
What are the worst things about pandas, though?
They
Other
eat
than
bamboo.
the fact,
Do not get me started.
I shouldn't. I regretted it as soon as I said it. Also because I agree with Dana about the bamboo thing. But anyway, that's besides the point. Afterglow. What's on the docket for today, Ryan, with the Afterglow?
Fuck panda bears. So today's going to be a lot of lore drop and questioning. We're going to talk about voyeurism. How does the tiger cuff work? Blood rivers of all types.
Oh.
Tori's lack of magic. The newspaper. The actual physical newspaper. I got one just in case I decide to take someone hostage today.
They make those?
I know. I got one.
Wow.
Just for the proof of life pictures.
I mean, no. Man, oh man, do I have some thoughts. Newspapers. Who is this Frey Aurora broad? Forgiveness is giving up all hope of a better past. It's quote of the day. Cal Newport can suck a dick. We're looking for some tips for trimming your cat's nails. We have some questions regarding portals, cake domes, and laying hands. Are clerics the Blue Deck of D&D? Patreon question from our Patreon subscribers. What's up, besties? Complos. Oh, we have a third page. I forget that I cannot enunciate on cold medicine. No.
You're doing fantastic. You're doing amazing.
I do only ever see that face when you're on cold medicine. Yeah.
It's how you know when I have like an actual like Robitussin addiction.
Yeah.
You're like,
It's a
you don't have a cold.
it's a really
Ryan. You're
obvious
just faking
tell.
it. Oh no, she got it to the therapy again. I'm just gonna start with actually Complo. Great sound design on the fight scene in this episode,
Yes.
Jess. Holy crap.
10 out of
It
10.
was-
Oh, thank you. Shout out to Brad Colebrook, who helps us out with mixing our podcast. He did a sort of a baseline effects pass, and I punched up a couple of
Ooh.
things, but he did a lot of work.
Thank you.
It is. Thank you, Brad. Brad Colfax?
Colebrook, Brad. Yeah.
Colebrook.
Yeah.
Brad Colebrook. Crushing
Great
it.
job.
Flanders' secret present. This is the plotting and scheming that if any of the best friends in the Patreon reveal to her, I will come to your house and stab you. I will use the metadata provided to me by the internets, and I will track you down.
Don't test her, guys. She'll do it.
She'll do it. She will.
Oh, okay.
Go big or go home.
Just a general.
And I guess I already covered faceplay with that demonstration. So let's get into it.
Very good.
I guess technically voyeurism is the first thing on my list.
Always. Is Cristina an expert in this topic as well? Just 4? Okay.
No, neither.
You know what? I'm gonna take voyeurism off the list. That's a little dark for today.
I can contribute if needed.
You know what? Actually, Dana, take it away.
I'm just wondering about what's the context
Is
that brings
there-
voyeurism into things?
Who did we voyeur? Did I? Ooh, did I?
So this all relates to actually a big issue that I had with some technical questions of the last game.
Okay.
And that comes to during the ritual, Tori was surrounded by what I may have described it. I don't know if it was actually confirmed.
Right.
Was a dome
cloche.
over the ritual area.
Right.
A cloche.
A cloche.
Thank you. Over the ritual area. And so that just got me thinking about voyeurism in general. And then later on, I noticed that somebody may have done a spell called laying hands, which kind of interferes with the ritual. And then there were some other things that I was like, this doesn't seem technically sound.
Oh,
Some
okay.
nerd is going to talk some crap in the comment section. And I'm going to have to use the internet to find their data and find out what their IP address is, and then use that to triangulate their position, and then call my friends at the Secret Service
We
and whoops
we
mess.
have those? You have those?
I mean, I would not put it past Ryan to have those.
yeah.
Yeah.
If not, I'll just call some pro wrestlers.
Ooh,
I
both,
got
both,
people on
both.
speed dial.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Any-
yeah. Same
Any
thing.
excuse, really.
Okay.
And the State Department.
So I feel that voyeurism is not personally something I feel like I enjoy sexually. However, I am incredibly nosy. So I enjoy it as more of a hobby than a kink. Also, same for Gentry. Gentry has the added bonus of she's doing it for what she believes is the other person's own good. So she has no
She's-
issues with it.
Unlike
She's
Dana.
doing it from the moral high ground.
Chaotic good.
It's the neighborhood watch
Yeah.
of not kink.
Yeah. Exactly.
Wait, is Neighborhood Watch a kinky secret organization?
Potentially, absolutely. Like there's
Could
some
very well
Utah
be.
swinging going on with Neighborhood Watch. Yeah. There's definitely,
Depends on the
Like-
neighborhood watch. Depends on the neighborhood.
yeah. They might all be in on it. It might be consensual.
I would
Neighborhood
certainly
watching.
hope so.
I hope so too.
No, it's Neighborhood Watch is not consensual. I've been on Nextdoor.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Speaking of data getting in internet fights,
Right?
Dina, are you on Nextdoor?
I know. Look.
Did you message Sandra for a time and a place?
No, I didn't. I'm not gonna mess with Nextdoor. Like, part of the thing is that I only get invites in Facebook groups. I don't get invites amongst the general population. So these people have like agreed to certain terms and conditions. I'm not commenting
vis-a-vis
on
fighting you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not
they've agreed to
commenting-
meet you.
Yeah.
In the realm of
Yeah.
in the dueling
Yeah.
ground, if you will.
Yeah.
Dana enters a Facebook group like walking into an arena.
Yeah.
She enters it like it's the Thunderdome.
She's tightening her gauntlets, fucking
Which
checking her
is the
shield.
name of the tortoise.
Truly.
So, yeah.
Colin comes
Yeah.
back around.
Excellent. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about the dome's penetration by the players during the ritual. Are there going to be knock-on effects? Was this a misstep by our DM, the first one ever? Or did I not understand how things work, which is frequently what happens?
This has happened a couple of times actually over the course of this podcast, which is the way that I imagine and describe something doesn't land the same way with all the players. And I tend to like that. I tend to go with what you fill in. This is a sticky one. Because if I had gone with it's a literal cloche over Tori that was like a force field, I suppose you wouldn't have been able to help him. But
Can someone explain for the audience? So it's definitely not me. I definitely obviously know what it means, what cloche is.
It's the pie tin. It's the glass thing that you put over.
No, not the
you
pie.
think the
not the
Beauty and
pie
the
tin.
Beast,
You have
the
a
Beauty and the
guess.
Beast
No.
rose has the glass over
That's
it?
called, it has a name?
Yeah, it's called a cloche.
Yeah.
It's not a
the
lid?
dome, the glass dome, or
I'm just
sometimes the
clarifying
metal
for people
dome
who don't know.
Yeah.
that you
Thoughtful
put
of you.
over
So thoughtful.
items, like a terrarium
Yes,
or like food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the cloche hat took its name from this item in the 20s.
Yes. So I did not really lean into what you had described because it wasn't how I started with the scene. And frankly, my brain already had so much going on that I was like, cool, yeah, that's it. Moving on.
It was a sound cloche. It was an audio.
It was an audio cloche. It was an audio cloche. Also,
it.
I kind of pictured when you said in a cloche, I pictured it a lot tighter than I think you're picturing it. You're thinking like a 10-foot radius at the bottom of the cloche, and he's in like his own little circle of doom. And I'm thinking like a human size.
Oh, I imagined it not 10 feet, but more like 6. No, more like
How
5.
I imagined it in the sense of like, because you were talking about how he passed through the portal and then it was like consumed into him. I almost imagined it like saran wrapping him. Like it was
To be
like
clear,
skin.
that
Like the armor
Yeah.
I want to make at some
That
point.
is exactly more what I was thinking was that once he steps through the portal, it disappears and it's within him, but he's still, I clearly
Yeah.
I've got to work
I
on my
imagined that Tori
storytelling.
was kind of like in a terrarium, basically. Yeah.
That's
he was
fine.
in an internal terrarium, which was a metaphor for the bleakness of his soul.
I said it settled over him like spider webs. How does that say terrarium?
I am on cold medicine literally a third of this podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're not going
She's
to call me out to the
constantly
carpet
making
for
this
this.
face.
I may have not registered that because
Yeah.
my brain blocked it out because that's horrifying.
Walking through spider webs.
Oh, yeah. No, I definitely blocked that out because I hate that description.
I mean, it's great and very poetic.
No,
It's evocative.
Evocative.
Yeah. Yeah.
So evocative, I don't ever want to think about it ever again. Because it really, I felt the words that you said in my lived experience. I was like, oh, I am experiencing this right now.
Ooh.
So excellent work, Jess Parks.
If only was that good on the show.
No, I think you're spectacular. Speaking of, how do that thing work?
Yep. How do that thing work?
How did that thing work?
I have a note in my phone that says, actually, now I need to double check it because the wording is very specific. Ooh, and then send that message to our advertiser.
Oh, yeah.
Do.
How did that thing work?
How do that
This
thing
is,
If it's space, Cristina knows how that thing work.
Physics in general.
If it's lice, Dana know how that thing work.
Man, I'm fucking great at lice now, honestly. They're gross. Yeah.
Oh, it's what do money do?
What do money do?
And the response is make that ass clap. It's a note in my phone.
Amazing.
It's important that you remember that.
Yeah. It's words to live by, honestly.
Yeah.
You know? But you might want to put a reminder on that, actually. Maybe a repeating.
Yeah.
Have it
every
as an alarm.
6 months. Every 6 months, your phone tells you the same joke.
What do money do?
Make that
Ass clap.
That ass clap.
But speaking of how do that thing do? How does the tiger cuff work? And what are the rules regarding the tiger cuff?
I'd like to hear Christina's take on this because she knows as much as the rest of you know.
Sure. So my interpretation of the tiger cuff, so there is a spiritual, like divine, it's all symbolism, is my understanding is that because Paka is the god of, he's a tiger god. He represents both wisdom and rage. And there's the two embodiments of that. And you are essentially binding yourself to one of them. And in that sense, like the cuff that is, because there was Feyrora, the vision of his mother, who was wearing a little dainty necklace that had the cuff attached to it. And there was the rage version of Tori, which had the chain and the cuff attached to it. And whichever he was putting on, it was like a shackle. He was technically in control, but he was also bound, metaphorically. And the cuff in real life, the one that Scarborough made, is sort of like, I think, an outward symbolic representation of that, like a badge, like you've done the ritual, you are bound to either your wisdom or your rage. In Tori's version of the ritual,
And there's only two choices?
there's only two as far as I'm aware, there's only two choices. I mean, there's the third choice, which is neither, and I think you just die at that point, but like, I don't know. Because it did seem like that was an option. Like, if you failed the ritual, you could just die or be taken over and killed. And so I think that means that you don't get either. But when he rejected wisdom, rage killed her, technically, because then rage put the cuff on his wrist, wisdom. So I think that was kind of like Tori's wisdom will always be beholden to his rage, in a sense. Whereas his rage is supposed to be beholden to him, but he doesn't have complete control over it because he made bad choices.
I feel like I need to take an ethics class or
I sort of
philosophy. What a
thought of it as like
Foucault.
a relic,
Go! Go!
but also not a relic because it was forged for this particular ritual. But I think that could still qualify as a relic. But like also,
Wait, is a relic something in the game that I don't know about?
well, just like
It's
a
not like an
magical
official-
relic,
Like an artifact in bunch.
like just like a magical bond, like a physical something that exists because of a magical bond. Same way as the god guy we have. Like, are we getting the totem or whatever? Like it's
Yeah. It's an artifact in some
Yeah.
way. I think that because Tori wasn't given the real cuff until after he went through the spirit fight, in my brain, it was like, if it was magical, it was just kind of like the closing off of the ritual versus like it being a vital part of the connection is how I interpreted it.
yeah.
I mean, I don't anticipate you guys ever going back to Scarborough and trying to learn more about the tiger tribe, but honestly,
You don't know.
It's just a
You don't know.
symbol.
We like saying our name.
And you don't know what's going to come up.
That's true. So I shouldn't.
really like
I
saying your
really
name.
shouldn't tell you so much, or anything at all. But it is interesting to hear how these concepts have landed, and how everybody's brain kind of fills in the gaps about what happened and what the meaning of it all was. But in my mind, the gold cuff was more of a honoring a tradition. If I could go back and like zhuzh it up, I might go back and say the time of the cup making it is time for reflection. Like you should be meditating and preparing for as long as it takes to make the cuff, and then you're wearing it, or maybe even make it yourself. These are things that are no longer.
Relevant.
Well, they're no, yeah. It's just ways the story could have gone that didn't because of the way we all have played it.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting.
Yeah. No, I was kind of curious if, like, because there's definitely some things that we have in game that are based on items that are in a D&D book that are like, oh, this is actually this specific relic and this is the way that it works.
Yeah.
So I was curious as to if the cuff was something like that or something that we've used to interpret a story.
Such a great question. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not. But
And you also answered a
it's still interesting.
question. Yes, absolutely still
I
interesting.
love a
and
bangle,
it's-
honestly.
love a bangle. That's it.
Fun little,
That's
it's
it.
an accessorizing
bangle
moment.
tiger.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Flanders, we got
Look
you.
what you missed.
Dana's stepping up. And that also answered my question, which is, who is this Faerora broad? Because I was very confused.
You know,
And for some reason, with the name Fae in the
yeah.
Faerora, because I was thinking like Fae Aurora, I was like, is this lady someone from the Fae realm that my character might
Yeah.
need to be
Yeah.
aware
I could have fixed that in the mix because I do say Faerora, your mother. But when I say your mother, it's right under Dana saying, I thought it was me. And I think it gets lost. Whereas if I had
Me
separated.
talking over someone?
Can you imagine?
It almost never happens. So,
Right?
of course, I missed it.
No, but yes.
Well, you know that-
Faerora is Tori's mom's name.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I got that part
Yeah.
now. And as Jess said, forgiveness is giving up all hope of a better past. which I
What's
thought was
Tori's
very
dad's name
poignant.
besides fucking dickbag?
She does say it in one of the flashbacks. She does address.
She does, yeah.
You
Rofir.
see Rofir, yeah, but he shows up in 2 flashbacks technically.
He's a real
Makes
dickbag.
you think of Jafar,
Ooh, yeah. He's like a Jafar.
except less gay coded. I love Jafar.
He's very toxic, masculine coded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who are our favorite Disney villains?
Ooh.
Hades from Hercules.
I like Hades too. Yeah. Yeah.
Hades is a jaunt.
I'm a Sea Witch fan.
All it-
Ursula?
yeah.
Ursula's a fun one.
Ursula.
Yeah.
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 Who's our least favorite
wasn't
Disney
wrong.
villain?
Least favorite Disney villain. Oh, the Pope guy from Notre Dame, the Hunchback
Oh,
of Notre Dame.
Count
Phoebus? I mean,
Frollo?
no, wait. Not Phoebus.
No, not Count Frollo. Is he Frollo? What's his name? That guy. I know what you mean. I
He's
don't
boring,
like him.
sings bad. He's like, I get his thing.
I love the religious trauma of Hunchback of Notre Dame. I love that as a formative experience in my life. I gotta say though, just because of like, what's the dude from Pocahontas? The
John
dude,
Smith.
the guy who's-
Oh, the villain. I don't remember.
The villain.
Real
Oh,
villain
he's
or
a
the-
bad
or the
villain too,
purported
yeah.
villain.
I mean, you could say, listen, there's a lot
Yeah.
of villains, both real and fictional, in the story of Pocahontas. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, what's the cute
who
little
do you think is
purple?
the
What's the
hot-
cute little purple witch name from Sword in the Stone? I like her too.
Oh yeah, she's got big Dana energy.
I like her.
Who do you think is if you had to live your life? Okay, so who do you think is the hottest of the Disney
Madam Mim.
princesses?
Princesses? Okay.
Princesses.
Yeah, of the princesses, and you had to live your life, and you wanted to be the hottest bitch on the planet.
Oh, yeah, I know.
That's a
Obvious.
difficult
Mine's
one.
obvious.
No, it's not
I
obvious.
think it is.
I don't know if I would be able to guess.
Belle.
Okay, I can see that for sure. You did
She's bookish
reference,
and loves a huge creature.
and you also did reference
Oh,
Beauty and the
yeah.
Beast, literally like earlier in this episode with the Kloshik's
I
description.
like.
And I did reference the cloche, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the redheaded one from
Ariel.
Merida.
Yeah,
Oh.
Merida.
I can see that for you.
Yeah.
Merida.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like how she sings.
I was a big Mulan fan as a child.
Yeah.
But
As a child.
yeah, I watched Mulan as a child.
When did Mulan come out? I feel like I watched it. I think I.
1990.
Okay, I was a child too. I was a child
Yeah,
too.
we were all children.
You're not that much older than me.
Yeah, I guess 1998.
Yeah. What about you, Ryan?
You know, I always forget about that Atlantis movie.
Yes, Kida. Oh man, no, Kida was great as a princess. Freaking
Yeah,
Atlantis:
Kida's
The Lost
gorgeous.
Empire, peak. Loved that film.
Yeah, I feel like everyone sleeps on that.
I totally forgot about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Excellent
think I'm
feeling.
probably like, I clearly I like my women exotic because I'm like Jasmine, Pocahontas. Is it Carmen in the Hunchback?
Yeah.
Oh,
What's her name?
Esmeralda?
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, you got a type. You definitely have a type. But I'm like Pocahontas and Esmeralda. And I think they're also barefoot most of the time. So
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna say that, but I was immediately thinking it was because also Kita is
that
too.
just
So
clicked.
I'm just like, does Ryan
Jesus
just like
Christ.
hot barefoot
Feet?
ladies? Like, is that just her vibe?
But only if their feet are like good feet, because like I don't want actual hippies that walk around barefoot because that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Right.
What a time we're having tonight.
Man, okay. Dude, I did not want to know that about myself.
We're all learning. This is a learning process. We're all learning about ourselves.
I mean, that's what the Afterglow is about.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
it's,
Self-discovery,
we're exploring-
really.
truly. It's a time of reflection.
I have another question about this. This is actually going to be a very boring episode for people that don't play D&D, or maybe it'll be informative because I have more questions. Like, why is it a big deal that Tori's character isn't born with magic or being a magic user at all?
Would you like to answer that, Christina? Or
I
would you
mean,
like me to?
Or is that a secret that
It's-
I cannot be revealed?
It's not so much of a
Until we're in
secret
game.
as it is something that you could unlock in the story. You could ask.
Okay, well then
Erastus
we're going to
could
put
ask her. I will.
Nope.
okay.
Nope. Lock it down.
Okay.
We are not metagaming today.
There is, in one of the flashbacks, it is mentioned why it is at least a big deal for his family.
Well, yeah, I got that part.
Sure.
but
Yeah.
So what?
we'll discover this in game.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that a lot.
We'll discover discovering that in game. Tiger cuff.
I will say there's a lot
Panda
of
pops.
there's a lot of like freaking backstory and feeling and thought that I have in a character that I don't say in character because I purposefully made an intractable freaking man who's afraid of emoting. So I just text it to Jess at 2 a.m. So
I text
If you-
Jess things about you at 2 a.m. as well about Tori and how Gentry engages with Tori. So.
I deeply want to know now.
Tori is now the international man of mystery for the I Seduce the Dragon podcast.
I just say, you can just ask him stuff. If you push him hard enough, he will break and answer questions. So
Noted.
Yeah.
Let me add that to my list for next.
it's just that nobody
game.
ever pushes him
Torture.
that hard. He deflects. So
I think Gentry
in
pushes
character-
sometimes.
I have deflected so many questions and none of you have noticed. In watching the podcast back, listening back to it, it's fantastic me being like, and this is the moment where they were successfully distracted from pursuing that line of questioning. It happens constantly.
I love how you're giving yourself a big ol' award for that when it's like the only thing that could possibly happen.
Yeah, have you met me? Like, just somebody jingle some keys and see what happens.
God, you're
Also-
so right. You're so right.
Gentry genuinely feels like she understands Tori and like wants to not press it, wants him to open up. Also, Gentry does know things because of her closeness with Annie. So
Sure, yeah.
she does feel like she has like an understanding of Tori that needs to allow for some room for Tori.
Are Annie and Gentry having conversations outside of game that I'm not aware of?
No, in game. You just might not be paying attention.
They are very serious scenes.
She prays to me.
Ew.
I know.
She
I
does.
agree, but I'm warming up to it. I mean, I don't think she's
Yeah.
gross. I am like cringe.
The whole concept of
But also, I'm
that. Let's
benevolent
moving
as
on to
fuck.
our next topic because we are dithering today, and I don't like that. Our clerics, the Blue Deck of D&D.
I don't
Now,
know
for
what
those
that
that you-
means. So,
She was just gonna tell us.
oh, go on.
Yeah, just wait, step on.
Nope. Look,
Ryan
There
Keely
she
is
goes.
getting the DM treatment, and
gone.
she does not like it.
Door just
Is that what
opened.
this is?
You just see like a little hand in the door.
The whole interrupting the description to ask a question about what's about to be described absolutely is the DM treatment, 100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't even drink booze because I'm on medication.
Can't mix the streams.
I'm dying.
Sash.
For those
Blue
who
Deck.
don't
The
know.
Blue Deck of
Blue
D&D.
Deck, Magic the Gathering. So Magic the Gathering is a card game that is played by nerds. It's delightful. There are 5.
Yes.
How do I know this game like the back of my
White,
hand?
black, red, blue, green. 5.
5
Thank
colors.
Yes.
5 colors. They all have different characteristics. Like black is, there's a lot of, I can't explain it in a
There's different mechanics that there's different creatures and spells and whatever that the cards represent and that gives them different mechanics, and the different colors tend to err towards one mechanic or another. For instance, black is about losing your enemy's life, like their enemy's life draining a lot. Red is about green is about like summoning a bunch of monsters and like having a bunch of
red
monsters
is
that you
about
can
burning
fight.
with fire.
Green is like
Is very
nature.
fast.
Red is like
Yeah.
fire. Black is like death. White
is like life, where you
life.
pull,
Yeah.
where you add life to you add to your life force while draining your opponents.
And blue
blue.
is like making sure that your opponent never can do anything ever at all.
Blue is like water. Blue is like the big monsters.
Very
and
fluid.
Yeah. And
Lots
the
of spells.
Lots of resources. Like blue is about resources. So our clerics, the Blue Deck of D&D, is that your question?
No, in our game,
Because-
yes, but I don't think in every game.
Because also the thing is that people get very frustrated playing a blue deck because while they're not technically more powerful than any other deck, the way the mechanic works, people find very irritating. And I want to say a little prejudiced against blue decks because they're frustrating. And they just get to pull a lot of spells that don't necessarily make sense. And I feel like sometimes some people have too many spells that are too disparate and they get to use them all the time.
There it is.
And I have some issues with it.
I will say that I completely understand your argument, but I think that clerics are not the Blue Deck of D&D. I think bards are the Blue Deck of D&D.
Oh, and I haven't played with a bard because I think that was...
Because you hate musicians.
I mean, I dated one.
Yeah.
What does a stripper do with her asshole before work? Drops it off at band practice.
Amazing.
It's very good.
Oh my God. They're just popping. Add that to the note. Put that in the same note with the
Yeah.
freaking what does money do? That all goes together.
Yeah. So we haven't played with a bard because I believe not having a bard in the campaign was that a requirement when I agreed to play Dungeons and Dragons?
I
with
do
you guys?
remember this. I think it was one of your
I think
stipulations.
this was a boundary
You had a
of mine.
very
Was that
strong
there could be
opinion.
no singing.
No bards. No bards.
Interesting.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like that question has been answered, and I'm going to have to find one shot with a bard to play.
Isn't that isn't there one that's like an all bards one shot?
Oops, all bards. Probably.
Is that a one shot?
Amazing.
Could be. I don't see why not.
I mean, I'm
get
just
a one.
collecting ones to play. That one, the bear one.
Oh,
There's
yes,
a
yes.
whole I added there's a magic deck that I've been wanting called Bear Force 1.
Amazing.
Yeah. It is occasionally available and occasionally on my Amazon wish list when it is available.
I once upon a time was in an all bards campaign where everyone was level 6, but at least 3 of those levels had to be bard.
Awesome.
And we were a traveling metal band. We were a traveling death metal band going on adventures around the realm. And so there was like a warlock bard and a cleric bard and a barbarian. And I was bard because I took all 6 levels in bard. It was a time. It was a chaotic time.
All I hear is bard.
It was fun though. Bards can be fun.
See, I'm thinking about it more of like Metalocalypse than I'm like, actually, if it was like going on an adventure with the Death Clock guys.
Could be fine.
Are you guys familiar with the animation Metalocalypse?
I have seen.
I vaguely remember it.
I have channel
Yeah.
flipped past it.
Okay. My homework for you guys is to watch at least one episode. Let's just start at the first episode of Metalocalypse.
I remember
and
it
then
being
get back to me and let me know
on.
what character you think you are.
Okay.
Being assigned homework now. Okay. Excellent.
Yes, you are being assigned homework.
What character
Speaking of that,
you are?
does anyone have any tips for trimming my cat's nails? I have run into a situation where Dale likes, well, both my cats like to lay on top of me while I'm sleeping in bed, but then they like to make the biscuits, but their nails are long.
Yeah.
And so when I get up to get the nail trimmers, they run away and I don't see them for 2 days,
Oh man,
several
Got it.
hours. So is there anything I can do other than just sleep with the nail trimmers under my pillow?
Like surprise sneak attack.
There was once upon a time when I was like 5 or 6 years old, I saw a man lying on the beach. This is relevant, I swear. I saw a man lying on the beach who was completely flat on the sand, and he had a towel over his body. And I watched him put several grapes directly onto his chest and then lay there completely still for about 5 minutes. And then eventually a seagull did fly down and land on him to eat the grapes off of him. And then the man wrapped his arms around the seagull, capturing it in the towel. So this could be a method of burritoing your cat.
Is this man a serial killer? Probably yes.
I don't know. I
Insane.
did. This is a thing I did see happen in Ocean Beach, San Diego, when I was about 5 or 6 years
Oh,
old.
no.
If
So-
anybody has more
Traumatizing.
context for this story, please make sure that you leave it in the comments below because this mystery needs to be solved. Because what the actual hecky?
He caught a seagull. It was effective. So what I'm saying,
Why?
I don't
Why
know.
would anybody want a seagull?
I don't know. I think he let it go. I don't remember. That part of my memory is gone. Doesn't matter. I'm just saying that could be a way of
Good.
burritoing your cat in a blanket so that, because that's what I have to do usually is I wrap them in a blanket so that they're like swaddled and then I like fish out one paw at a time.
See, Dale doesn't trust treats anymore. So
Yeah.
I can't give Dale treats because of the taking him to the vet and the evacuating. So it doesn't matter what I bribe him with. If I open any treat, he runs and hides in an area where I cannot reach him.
The
So
other
I'm in
other
a
thing
detente.
you could do is get them used to you touching their paws. I will lightly pet Mr. Spock's paws to the point where he is now like used to me touching them. So when I do clip his nails, it doesn't bother him as much.
Yeah, he's fine if I see. It's the issue is, it's fine if he's like already laying on top of me, and so I'm just trying to avoid having to either sleep with cat nail clippers under my pillow or wear them around my neck for a week, because that's the position that I'm in.
Boy, that's really hard. I trim my cat's nails, but like I got them both as kittens, and I just conditioned them that they can't do shit about it since they were very, very small, and now they don't struggle like their life depends on it. They just sit there and take it.
Dale's
Takes
almost
up the
17
weight.
pounds.
I know Dale's
That's the problem.
huge, so like
He's a
I
big
can
boy.
take. Well, Winston's a pretty big cat, but
Yeah.
I can hold him like a baby essentially. Like I basically sit
Yeah.
on the ground against the couch so that my legs can help me create a little resting
Pocket.
pocket. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then I've just got him held really firmly but gently, as they say, right? So like he just can't go anywhere. And I wait till they're done being struggling, and then I get in there and carefully
You got it.
snip, snip.
You gotta
But I can't do
squish
that
the
with my
cat.
mom's cat. Like I'll go and I try to trim. She doesn't trim his nails. So he's a nightmare. When I get there, I try to help out, but like I can get like 2 at a time on him. He's just not social, what's the word, trained
Mm-hmm.
to take it.
Yeah, Oliver allowed it, no problem. Ava semi allows it. Dale is having none of it.
Have
And
you
because he's
seen-
17 pounds,
He's a big old
he
orange
wins.
cat. He's very headstrong.
Have you seen those slings? There's these
They're
cat
supposed to be dumb.
those hanging cat slings that they've invented where it's basically just like it's got holes for their legs to stick out the bottom. It's like if you've ever seen them try and transport
Oh,
like
yeah,
a marine
yeah.
mammal
I've seen
where they have to
those.
pick those up, but it's for cats
Yeah.
and you hang it from like your shower rod.
Yeah.
I had one for Spud, my bulldog.
Yeah, and he just like they just hang there with their paws
Oh,
out.
it's fun.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I can't do that to Dale. He is already. I need to bring a stranger in.
Yeah.
Get some backup.
Yeah, I need a mobile cat grooming service. The thing is, I just don't want to talk to my bookkeeper about it because hiring a civilian bookkeeper in my line of work and explaining what things are technically write-offs and what are not. There have been some conversations this week.
Oh boy.
Awesome.
Is there a high learning curve? Is it a long training period?
We'll see if it's long or not.
Good luck.
It's generally what I say to my ghost. Anyway, moving on. Let's do an extra long session this week because I am feeling like we don't do enough of that.
There's one thing that I would like to mention before we get to questions about the last episode. And that is that it was like the whole concept of Tori's rage and how it interacts with him and it appeared to him came from the Hosier song, Arsonist Lullaby.
Yes.
It's so funny because I didn't know that. And I had assigned that as...
Well,
or
you
had
did
I already made my
first.
playlist?
You were the person who did it. Yeah.
Oh.
So Dana has
Nice.
a playlist, listeners. Dana has a playlist that she has made that is inspired by Gentry. It's a really cool playlist. But when she made it, she was like, Jess, okay, I have this playlist, but I really want to play it for you and explain it as it's happening, like how it's relevant to her story.
At
Which
Ryan's house.
I, of course, loved. So we went over to Ryan's.
I would
should
have
know.
this experience. I would have
don't know what you-
I mean, maybe it's full of secrets. Maybe it's
You
full
were
of
gone.
secrets.
No,
I
no,
can't
you
know.
were-
I think you just couldn't do it.
Yeah, it was just like
probably was
we were
unavailable.
doing ADR at Ryan's house one night. And then it turned into...
It turned into this. So you shared the playlist. And then after that, I was telling everyone how much fun it was to watch you perform it.
I did
And
interpretive dance to it.
It was
I love that.
so
I hid in the
amazing.
other room and folded laundry.
You were folding laundry in the other room. Yeah. And
I can't. There's too much. I can't.
You did enjoy that it was happening. You just did not want to participate at all.
Yeah, that's like most things at my house.
I want a solo show for me. I want a private show of this
Okay,
for
absolutely.
me later, Dana.
Okay.
This is
Absolutely.
gonna go just as well as it did in game.
honestly, I think this should be something we film.
Oh my God. Let me work on the playlist. A little
Okay.
bit.
Okay. But I do remember you talking about that playlist and talking about that song. And Cristina said, you have no idea how much that song means to me, both because I like it and on a personal level. And I don't think we dug into what that meant, but I found the lyrics to be very rich for your plot. Like, as you suggested that you may be inspired by that song, I thought, well, maybe what I can create for you then is really in the vein of what fires you up. So the idea of like, keep your demons on a leash
Yeah.
came from that song. And in my Spotify Wrapped, I think that song is like my #1 most listened to. It's
a really good song.
in my car while I was like trying to
song.
come
Yeah.
up with how this was going to go down. Yeah, yeah. Even the song itself, the vibe of the song helped me set up the final fight.
And Gentry's Hosier song is Take Me to Church.
Yes.
Excellent song also. Hosier is one of my favorite artists, and I like all of his music. I very much like vibe with and connect to. And yeah, Arsonist Lullaby is one of my favorites. Work song, Take Me to Church from Eden. Like a lot of his very early work. His most recent work is also freaking amazing. His most recent album, there's some amazing work on there. But his early songs inspire a lot of my D&D characters, actually. Like, I also make playlists for my characters, and there's at least one Hosier song on every single playlist.
So you have you shared with me your Tori playlist.
I
That's
do.
right.
I do have a, hold on, what was the name of it again? Because there was a
I'll
time
find
when Jess asked, like, hey, you guys, like, I think it was because of what Dana did. Jess was like, make playlists for, like, all of your characters. I want to know, like, what the vibes are. And then I was like, oh, I've already done it. And the playlist's name is, hold on. Tori Cole's Bad Decisions and General Sluttery
Amazing. I love it.
is the name.
Accurate.
And
Yes.
and
Are
it's
these
got
going to be shared on the?
Well,
songs in there.
mine isn't because, at least not right now, because I actually have like the first, 12 songs are meant to be played in the exact order that they're in. But then after that, it just continues with songs that I like kept adding that I still need to curate to the point that it's over 3 hours long now.
I think that's fine as long as the first 12, like as long as you have
Yeah.
the first couple ones in order. There's a lot of playlists that are like that. And then frequently, I mean, the way that my Spotify works is that it'll play what I ask it to play, and then it just evolves into like a radio that's kind of like what you
Yeah.
were playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was listening to Gentry's playlist while I was getting a literal root canal.
Oh no.
And now
Oh, no.
some parts of it remind me of
Jess.
my root canal.
No.
It was a
No.
painless it was fine. It was like a painless process. It's not like the root canal of the 80s. You get a root canal now. It's just
Yeah.
like no big deal. But
What was the root canal like in the 80s, Jess?
I feel like it was really painful because everybody was like,
Oh,
it's
like a root canal.
Yeah, to make
Yeah.
to be an analogy for something that's very painful. I'm
Numbing
assuming. I don't know.
agents
I didn't have
not come as far then.
Yes. And
I don't know, man. They used to get cocaine and the Quaaludes.
Oh, I would have loved
If
that.
anything, I feel like we've regressed.
And specifically, what was the silly song Masochism Tango
Yeah. It's a
was
good one.
playing on my way out, and I now cannot
That's fine.
hear Masochism Tango without reliving the experience of getting
I'm okay.
a root canal.
That's like almost to the point of the end of the playlist anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's good. It's a good playlist. I do think that at some point it would be nice to share.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I had just heard a song that I was like, "Oh, I need to add that," and then I completely forgot what it was. So that's gonna plague me for a while.
Well, the newspaper.
The newspaper.
I picked up a newspaper today because I had the opportunity. And I just want to say that as I flip through and I go to the entertainment section,
Yeah.
the 3 stories that are above the fold are all obituaries.
Oh, okay.
Art is dead.
Yeah.
Literally dead. Who was the other two?
Garth Hudson, his keys carried all the weight of the band and always took a stand in his cartoon. Jules Pfeiffer, Pulitzer winner, lampooned hypocrisy, conformity of the upper classes in his work.
Yeah, I'd heard about David Lynch, but I hadn't heard about the other
David
two.
Lynch.
Dang.
Yeah, Garth Hudson and Jules Pfeiffer, yeah. So, yeah, just above the fold, entertainment section.
Yeah.
Not very entertaining, LA Times. I wonder why circulation is down.
Seriously.
Considering that the first 2 stories you passed through were like Los Angeles is on fire, it's all a bummer. It's all a bummer in there.
Yeah.
But it's the entertainment section.
I know, bud. I
The
know.
New York Times has the dignity
mean-
of having an obituaries, just as a whole section. But
Was it today?
this is today's newspaper.
What about the Oscar noms? Oh, because they're today, so they'll be in tomorrow?
That's how newspapers work, baby.
Well, that's why, guess what? Old news already. So it makes sense.
All right, let's get to some questions from our listeners. Jazz, cue us up.
All right. Well, a lot of people had the same question. So I'm actually going to do like a little 3 for. A lot of people had the same question, which I
Why
think we
are
should
we
wait.
so cute?
There's no answering that question. It's a preternatural gift. We should wait until Flanders is here to ask the most sought after question, which is how do you all know each other and how did you start? And tangentially related, there's a question here about how we all, whose idea was it to make the podcast and how did we all react to it? I also, maybe should we wait for that one?
I feel like we already answered that question.
Did we?
I don't recall.
Yes, we did.
I don't think we did.
Jess.
Yes.
Yes, we did.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
I
On
believe you.
the Afterglow, no.
I believe you. So we can take that question offline. So for the purposes of the Afterglow,
Afterglow.
Afterglow.
Off a wall.
There is actually one for Ryan specifically. It's not about the pod per se. It's about
Shocker.
you and your
no.
relationship, since you brought it up, with Magic the Gathering.
Oh.
This question
Okay.
comes from the blind paladin, dragon paladin. I'm making symbols here. The blind dragon paladin would like to know, Miss Ryan, what is your magic guild? And I don't know even what that means. So start with explaining, what is a magic guild?
I have no idea what a Magic Guild means either.
Oh.
I will say how I got into Magic the Gathering.
Oh, yeah.
And that is, I still love geek culture, but I used to have a podcast called Muff Said, where I specifically, and at the same time, like Nuff Said?
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope. The
Okay.
pun is known. Yep.
Okay, cool. Some people didn't get that it was a Stan Lee reference, but considering I was also working for Stan Lee at the time, I thought I didn't have to say anything. Whatever. Anyway, so I would cover things like independent geek culture. And specifically, there's an event that I used to love to go to called IndieCade that happens in Culver City. It's the first place that I played on an Oculus Rift. One year they had the human Hamsterdome.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is before Oculus Rifts and VR were available to the public. They were available to game designers only.
Yes.
And so that was a really, really fun time in my life. I also would do things like go to the Unite conference up in Montreal for all of the Unity 3D developers. Specifically at IndieCade, I got all 5 colors of the Magic the Gathering starter decks, that we talked about earlier, the black, white, blue, red, and green. I have a friend that is internet famous. His name is Bobak Ferdowsiki. I can't say that. Bobak with a cold. I'm sorry about that. Bobak Ferdowsi, who actually works at NASA. And during the time of the Mars rover landing, he was like Mars rover guy. And he got meme famous because he had a mohawk.
Oh, the hot one.
Yeah. The Mohawk guy. Yeah. From Mission Control.
Mohawk guy.
Mohawk, hot guy.
There is a cardboard cutout of him in Mission Control at JPL. Because he became so meme famous, but also he became a mascot for JPL. So there is in Mission Control at JPL, there is a cardboard cutout of him.
Thirst trap too.
Yeah, no, he became a friend of mine, and he actually gave me you've never given me a tour of JPL, Cristina.
I offered. I asked when you were free.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. God damn it. I've had so many head injuries since 2012. It's not a joke, guys. I know I make that joke, but it's actually for real. Please accommodate. So Bobak was over. I just got back from IndieCade. He was seeing all of the things on my thing, and he's like, I was making brunch. It was not a sexual thing. We're being friends. This wasn't he came over for brunch.
Is
He wasn't
making
there for
brunch sometimes a sexual thing? And that's why you
Well,
had to
yeah, because
clarify?
it's like, do I call you for breakfast or just nudge you?
I don't think that any of us assumed it was a sexual thing, but we understand you were hanging out in a platonic friend manner and having brunch.
Not that he's not handsome and I would totally smooch him, but he is dating a friend of mine, so I would not. Anyway, so he came over, was like, oh, Magic the Gathering. I was like, yeah, I got them all at IndieCade. And he basically, instead of eating the delicious brunch, forced me to play Magic the Gathering for several hours. And then another friend of mine who people know that I play Magic the Gathering with, Josh Barnett, got very, very sick that week. And I went to check on him, and he had a really bad flu. And so I came to check on him every day. And because he was so sick with the flu, we just sat and we played Magic with these cards for this whole last week. Wow. So it went from my friend Bobak on Sunday, teaches me how to play. And then Monday or Tuesday, Josh gets sick. And so that's just this whole week of just play freaking Magic.
That's awesome. Highly concentrated Magic sessions.
Yeah, really concentrated. And by two semi-famous nerd dudes. So I was like, this is really random and surreal. This is
yeah.
That's cool.
super random that these are my two Yodas
Intro
of
to
magic.
Your Yodas.
Yeah.
And so then after that, I started. So after that, Rylea Vanderbilt, who was part of Team Unicorn, her and Bobak were both sponsored by Magic the Gathering. Bobak told Rylea and Mylin, and they're like, oh yeah, come over and get some Magic cards. And so I went over, they hooked it up, but they're like, yeah, take all of the blue cards because nobody likes blue cards and no one likes blue cards. So I got so many blue cards, expensive ass, cool blue cards, that I was like, well, I'm just going to make blue decks because I didn't want to spend a ton of money on this new hobby.
Right.
This was during my retirement from the adult industry, so I was not making a lot of money. And so I was like, I'm going to be playing Blue Decks. And I still think my Blue Decks are pretty bruising.
I have played with them.
and
They
then-
are.
Yeah. And then after that, I started a weekly event every Monday night because, again, I was like super broke. And so Monday nights at my house, it was Vouch the Gathering. And because I could just make spaghetti or chili.
I've heard
and
about
some red
this.
wine
Really
from Trader
cool.
Joe's.
Yeah.
And it was just an open invite to everybody.
I
and it
love
became
that.
A literal gathering.
A literal gathering.
Yes.
Magic the Gathering. And it was really
Fantastic.
fun. And it went on for a couple years. Lots of memories and friendships were made.
That is delightful.
That's
I
so
tried.
I
Went to after we first met. I went over to your house for a party,
Oh,
and I just know that I was sitting with you and two friends who just yelled "mana" at me a lot. And then
Sounds about
Jess
right.
and Sean tried to teach me, but still, it's only been that one session. I think I have I have a picture, I think, of that. I know I have a picture with Jess. I think I have a picture from your house of that one first session.
I think you're right. I remember that. That's the only time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, mana. Okay, mana. But
Magic the Gathering is. Oh no, sorry. please
yeah,
continue.
when
Sorry.
just this past week helping out the fire victims and the teenage kids, we had only one magic deck the first day at this volunteer spot, and it got like swooped up by the kids that were like doing the free shopping thing, and we were asked more if we had more magic stuff. So the youth are playing the magic too. Sean gave us a bunch of decks, Jess. So
Sean is talking about selling his entire collection.
oh
Snap.
It's a big deal. He's got a lot.
Does he
of
have any alpha or
awesome
beta cards?
I can talk to him, but
I
he
also
has-
got a couple
I
of
have-
friends who would be very interested in that as well.
I know some people that would want to pre-shop that sale.
He's trying to get rid of them all in one lump sum, though. So unless they're ready to
Okay.
drop like 100K right now, they're probably not ready. But
I was gonna
anyway,
say,
it's a big deal.
Magic is
I mean,
actually.
depending on
I was going to say Magic is actually how I met Jess's partner Sean, or her husband Sean, for the first time, because I used to work at a comic book shop called Collector's Paradise, and
oh shit.
yeah, I used to be their online store manager, and I also manned the gaming counter. So there was a counter that sold D&D stuff and Magic stuff, and I knew a lot about D&D, but knew very little about Magic. But my job was basically just to look up the price of cards. And that was the first ever interaction I had with Sean, was he came in and asked for, like, oh, can I get a price check on this card? And it was like, I didn't know how much cards could cost at that
Yeah.
point. I did a price check, and like this one card he was asking about was over $100.
oh yeah,
And
we
that,
just
to
pulled a
me-
Pokemon card that's over 200.
To me, it was like, why is this piece of cardboard that much
Yeah.
money? What's going on? And so like I told him, and he was like, okay. And I was like, do you still want to buy it? Like, it's $100. It's expensive. He's like, yeah, I'll buy it. And I was like, okay. And that was how I first met Sean.
Yeah, if Sean's gonna get any of his cards graded before he sells it, let me know, because lots of times it's like, I mean, he probably has hookups, but it's a minimum number of cards. And we have, I think it's like a minimum of like 20, and we probably have like 10. So we could go in on the cost of it. So, or just like I do my 10 cards, so he doesn't have to do all 20 of his cards. Like if he only has 10. Yeah.
We can also just help you get those done. Like, if you
I've already
want
talked to
them
him about
graded.
it. He doesn't really have like, it's still like a minimum number of cards. He has comic book graders, which are different. So if he starts reaching out to card graders and he doesn't have like the minimum, I can make up for that.
Oh, it sounds like he's gonna have the minimum.
cool.
Because we just pulled a
Not the
Magikarp
minimum.
that's like the Magikarp, like from a $6 pack, and that
That's
card
a
is like,
Pokemon,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
and it's
Yes,
like
that
it's
is
like a
Pokemon.
$200 card. So.
All right, we are over 1 minute, and I am about to lose my voice. That's as far as this Theraflu will take me today.
Poor Ryan.
I want to thank Jess Parks, Cristina Van Epps, and Dana Scarborough for joining me on this episode of The Afterglow. Make sure to tune into next week's episode of I Seduce the Dragon on all platforms that you are aware of. Rate, share, subscribe, Thank you for subscribing to our Patreon so you can have access to this episode, and I'll see you next Tuesday.